Hello, welcome. That's the review of the Proline Dodge Power Wagon 110 scale body kit. This is a two-piece body kit. You have the cap with the front clip on and with the headlights molded in, and you have the back section of that thing separately, you see here. And it's meant to be screwed together. With this area, you can put this on this back wall on the cabin and screw it together. Proline gives you all what you need. There's screws on it. Comes the baggies with the screws in it for putting your cabin together, and they have the screws for the light buckets as well. The light buckets came here in this area on the fenders. It's these moldings for it to sit perfectly. I think it's a very good idea from Proline to do this. But one thing I don't like on this cabin much. It has here deformed area on the fender well, on the fenders, where to meet the flaps from the engine hood. This is maybe, I think this has to do with this louvers, the mold affecting here, and it's a bad thing. You can feel it, it's very there, and it's sad. But the rest of this thing is very cool. A little bit seam lines, a little bit wobbly sometimes, but the rest of the thing is very cool, and I think the proper proportions of it are very good from the whole thing. And I love the front of this thing. I see the cooler area here, the cooler grill, the underneath part. This is very good shape. The engine hood shape, the front of the cab shape, it's all very nice. It's unreal. It's a very great truck. I never have visited this thing in the real world because here I'm living in Germany. I don't see this on the road or something, but I see this on YouTube and some photos, and I love this old cab design, and it's a very great thing. And Proline have this body, and this body is very good in my opinion. Some a little bit work on it and you can make this perfect in my opinion. This stands here gone maybe a little bit because I will use a tool and cut here a line to show the optic. The thing can flap off. The hood can make like a flap open, like the real thing. To look like this, I make here a gap when I do this body. And this is in the real world. I see this on YouTube and see this on photos. There is a gap really on this thing. This is not tight as well on this line. But it's for me clear you cannot mold this perfect in this type of body making here. You have to pull this material hot, make it hot and pull it over a dice and create this form. Yeah? You cannot do all the thing in it. This line is maybe not possible to do. These louvers give the damage area here, I think. This is the way it is. But you can, with a little bit extra work, you can fit this thing without no problem. And I will do this, and I will paint this thing from the outside to give them a better look like from the inside. More realistic for me to do this, and I will do weathering on it and make it really great. This look like You see the shape from the thing, it's a very cool shape. It's a very lovely body. I'm not a fan of the back of that, the loading area here, the tailgate, or they call in the US. It's not so my thing. It's for me not detailed enough. It's too cheaply for me. But it's not bad in the world of RC bodies. It's still a great thing. How it is made and how this looks, and you can put together for these things. I think it's not bad. And I have found out I have some tires, rock roller tires from the firma Carson. It's steelies, but it's not real steel. It's plastic, the rim. On it bolts made from metal, and these tires have a diameter of 108 millimeter and fit perfectly on these fenders on this truck. This is not to say you have to buy these things, but you see the diameter is possibly good for this size of fender. You have an idea what you can use on it. And this width of the tire, you see this is a little bit fat tire, I think. This is this is nearly about 38 millimeter in width, and you can translate this in your country for inch. I don't measure it up in inch right now. And I give you a little bit of detail of the cabin. You have the back of the cabin is about nearly 15 centimeter. This is German measurement centimeter. You see here the sign cm. And the front of the cabin is about, see this, 13.5. The cooler grill, you got about 9 centimeters, and the whole thing is about 20.5 centimeter in width. Only the fender in the front end has about nearly 6 centimeter. Nearly, not total. And we have here the length from the cooler grill area is about 13.5, 14, it's more 14. To the door seam here is about 14. I have a little bit a measurement for that. And about the door seam to the back of the cabin is about 11 centimeter. The height of this with the walking rails, step rails, to the cabin roof about 14.5 centimeter. We have a little bit these measurements, and the cabin on the widest, biggest part is up nearly about 16 in the back there. In the back there, about 16. I think this is a really good measurement about the wheel thing. This is the measures I can give you for this thing. If you want these details for a build that you do, and the back I will measure shortly for you. This is about the box himself is about 15 in width, and it has about 21 in length, and you have the totally thing has with the fenders on about 22.5 centimeter in whole width. This is a little bit the measurement I can give you. this fender thing here in the back. Exactly the same thing like in the front. You can do this exactly with the wheels I show you here. The fit very good in this wheel arches here. That's a good tire for that thing, I think. Yeah, that's a little bit about a review from this cabin. And you get the window maskings. You see is a pre-cut thing. You see it badly, but it's still there, the lines. And you have the decal sheet with the, that's laid the other way, with the tail lights. They're great printed, I think, for these things. I like the Dodge Power Wagon. These little details here with the crawl on is very good. In white and other color. You have your windshield wipers. I think there's no bed for a thing like that, but I do it with plastic pieces, I think. The cooler grill area, then I think this is a problem, because you have no flat grill on your car. On your car it's really good detailed. You have a 3D molded piece here. This is really a 3D piece. I think better way is to paint this thing and not slap the decals on, because you see there's a really ruffling thing. You can detail it a lot of you can do a lot of detailing on it. Maybe you cut the only things here. You cut this off and let the structuring be there, and put a net, well, what's called gitter in my country. I don't know. Yeah, you know, this thing behind the grill. Mesh, I think is the name. You can put it in and make it real good from the look. And here's can you put your side view window mirrors on it. There's no here in the skid. It's but a cool thing. It's the charniers, the hinges for the doors maybe is this. It's a great thing, this detailed thing here. It's good. I think the proportion of this is really good. And it's a short review here. You can write me in your comments about questions if you have some measurements or something. You can do this, and I hope I give you a little bit look for this cabin, how it is, and have fun with your hobby and have fun to build stuff like this. Bye bye, thank you for watching.